Texas.
This is 13 Minutes to Magic Texas, an abbreviated limited series podcast about the TAOM, SAM, FISM, NACM combined convention on August the 30th through September the 2nd, 2024 in Arlington, Texas, which we call Magic Texas. I am one of your hosts, Scott Wells.
And I'm Dal Sanders, the current president of TAOM and co-host of Magic Texas.
And I'm Mark Weidhaas. I'm your SAM chairman for the convention, and I'm a co-chair for Magic Texas.
And I'm Mike Miller, the convention show producer.
Every 2 weeks, we will post a new episode with new information, updates, and announcement about Magic Texas. This week, we're going to be talking with one of the performers, that is some of the talent that we have planned for you at Magic Texas this year, and that's Greg Frewin. Greg is someone who is actually won the gold medal from the IBM. He's been a first-place winner for the SAM convention, performing in FISM, has his own theater in Niagra Falls area in Canada, and has been on television on so many different shows and been around for a while, and is one of the top performers. And I am just excited beyond belief in order to have him as one of our featured performers at this year's Magic Texas. And Mike Miller has just been doing a bang-up job of getting nothing but the cream of the cream for this. And so here he is. Well, welcome, Greg. Thanks a lot for being with us today, Greg.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me here. This is so exciting. I'm really excited about this. Can't wait for August.
It's going to be a fantastic convention, and we're so excited you're coming. You're coming back to Texas. You've been here before.
Many years ago. You know, I used to do we call it the circuit back in the day, and I used to do a lot of conventions and traveling and touring. I love Texas. Can't wait to be back. You know, I opened my theater up almost, it's just over 18 years now. And a lot of that traveling stopped. So I'm really excited to be able to get back out and get on the road and get to some great places, Texas being one of them. And, of course, this convention is going to be just amazing. I'm so excited.
Yeah, Mike has really done a great job of getting all the talent together. And your show, all the talent that's going to be included along with yourself is going to be amazing. It's going to be a one-time event. People will not want to miss it.
How was that, Mike, that you had the brilliant idea of booking Greg for this convention?
Well, Greg and I have been friends for almost 20-something years right now. And I don't want to say this while he's on the call, but he's probably one of the best performers in the world. So when I asked him, he said, I would love to if I could work it in. And he made the schedule fit. And I was excited. Very excited.
So, Greg, I understand you're bringing out some illusions and also planning some surprises, too. You want to talk about those?
Well, there's always surprises. And, you know, I've been doing this now over 30 years, obviously. And over the years, I've accumulated a lot of different great routines. Always the hard part for me when I'm performing for magicians is which ones do we do? You know, it's such a, you know, you get the Rolodex of the effects out that I've been doing, and a lot of them have been in the show nightly here. So over the years, we've got some great routines and some great pieces. Now I got to decide on exactly which ones, but a few things that are surprise. I will say this, there's one particular routine I haven't done in a long time. I brushed it back off for FISM last year, and it looks like I might be brushing it off again. And let's just say it's a routine that most people want to see me do.
I'm glad you're making time for us, because it is going to be just a very special convention and something that we are expecting to be the convention of the year, as we mentioned about all the talent that's going to be there, but also all the rest of the things that you can go back in some of the previous podcast episodes and hear all of the stuff that's going to be going on with the great hotel and the other entertainment around the location of where we are going to be. But I know, Greg, also that you perhaps have a little bit more time, because you've now got someone who you have been mentoring who is working at your theater, as you're kind of slowly kind of passing the wand to the next generation here.
Yeah. So, you know, one of the things my wife and I, we've decided, being here 18 years, it's a long time. We still don't want to walk away from the theater. We don't want to stop the business. We have a lot of great employees that have been here, some of them from day one. And so our goal now is to get where I don't have to be here 24/7. And yet keep a good magic product and a good magic show going. We also actually, on the topic of the theater, we're producing a new show called Canadiana, which is going to be a musical, which is going to all be music from Canadian artists from back in the day that a lot of people don't realize how much good music we had in Canada. And we also have during the day an IMAX movie company that does basically an IMAX movie about the dangers and the stunt people of Niagara Falls and how the history of all Niagara Falls came to be. So we kind of keep things really busy and then give us time down the road to be able to go and do things like your guys' convention and other things like this. So it's just sort of something we decided it's time. We need to sort of start passing the wand on. So we have several young magicians we're working with at the moment. And most recently, one of my assistants who now does magic, Alexandra, who just fooled Penn and Teller this year. She was on episode 2 of season 10. And so, yeah, passing on the wand, it's one of those things that I think it's time, and whether or not I'll fully get out of the show, that'll be some time. I don't think I'm ready to hang it up fully.
I can't believe you actually ever doing that on a full-time basis. I think that you'll just go to your grave with your wand.
Yeah. And, here's the thing. The nice thing will be is, and once again, when I have those little pockets of time off, I really miss the stage and the theater here. So I think it's going to do for me, because, the problem after 18 years is, I don't want to say you get blasé, but, all those adventurous moments from day one are gone, the opening of the theater, the first years, the excitement. So now we're trying to create where I can have these times away where I can get into different venues, play different shows. We just did Masters of Illusion tour this year. I did 8 shows with them, and it was really exciting to be on different stages. When I come back here now to my own theater, it's kind of like refreshing again. So I think it's a good thing. I'm really excited to be able to do some of this traveling, and I think it's some new adventure.
Well, the SAM was in the Buffalo and Niagara Falls in 2009, and we really enjoyed being able to go on the Canadian side and see your show.
Yes,
your show's
I
always
do remember that. That was an exciting day. That was so cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but you brought my wife up on stage to the table, and she still talks about that. So she was thrilled. I sat all the way in the back, and she was right there in front.
That's amazing, because Cindy's seen a lot of magic, and she remembers Greg out of all of that.
Oh, there you go. Well, I'm hoping that's a good thing. But yeah, that was really exciting. That was back 2009. That was only our third year. We were only in our third year just. So we had 2 years under our belt. We were still learning, still developing. But it was exciting. I really enjoyed that weekend.
For those listening, that's the thing about conventions. It's an opportunity to see the best and make memories. Greg, actually, I think we met in the 80s at Cape Cod's convention.
Oh, yeah.
Man, is that possible? You must have been just like 7 years old at the time.
Well, yeah, it's sometimes flown by. But yeah, that would have been at Hank Lee's Cape Cod, I believe. That is going by. I remember meeting you, but it gets weird for me because I did so many conventions back in those days that they all sort of bled into one. It's almost like it was just one big magic convention, one big dealer's room, one big, But the good old days. That was a while back.
Well, hopefully this convention is bringing back that kind of
spark,
huge camaraderie we used to have.
Yeah.
So
100%.
You're not going to believe the hotel when you see it. It's almost too nice for magicians. I keep saying that.
And I even like it.
Yeah.
Well, that's saying a lot. If Mike's giving it the thumbs up, I think we're in good. It's great to hear that the hotel is a great space, because sometimes, conventions can be really good, talent can be really good, but those kind of little details are what really sets it apart from, a good convention being a great convention. So
right across the street, there's 30 bars.
Wow.
Hey, we have some deadlines coming up too. Youth. We have our Youth Academy, and we have free registrations through the Magic Endowment Fund, but we need people to register. And Greg, I bet you'll be there supporting the youth. I know you've done that in the past.
100%. And, one of the things that I'm enjoying is working with the younger magicians once again, as I hand over the magic wand, and I've worked with maybe Ding Yang from China, and I've worked with different magicians, and it's really exciting for me to see the younger generation. I remember those days myself, and back in my day, We didn't have the internet. We didn't have this Zoom, which we're on right now. We didn't have all this fancy technology. And for us to be able to go and get magic experience and magic knowledge was really difficult. And the best places I always found that I would get and absorb so much were at conventions. And as a young magician, going back in those days, the SAMs, the IBMs, Abbott's, these were the conventions. This was the foundation of where I am now. And magicians, as we all know, when we get to these conventions, are so giving and so wonderful to be able to, as a young magician, go up and talk to them and get, questions answered and, give me some ideas for this or that, or I'm doing, it's a really great place to really explore what your future will be in magic. So I always tell young magicians, we have a lot that come through our door here that are not necessarily in the magic community yet. They don't even understand there is a community, but they come to my show, they'll buy the magic kit, and I always tell them, hey, check out your local magic club. This is where you're going to really learn magic and really get to meet magicians and understand the art form. So I think it's a great thing. I can't wait, and I hope we get a lot of young magicians to come on out.
And in particular, with this convention, we're going to be having such a wide variety of top talent from all over the world. And there may be some names, if you go to magictexas.com, that you can see the names, the talent, and some you may not recognize. But once you get there, you'll say, oh my gosh, why have I not known about him or her? It's going to be just nothing less than phenomenal. And where can people go, by the way, Mark, to register for the convention?
I'm glad you asked that. It's magictexas.com.
That ought to be easy enough. And the dates, again, we're going to be holding the convention are, Dal?
The dates are August 30th through the official convention dates are August 30th through September 2nd. It's Labor Day weekend, but we've also got the day before a special show with that'll be offered to people for to see Lance Burton and friends. So
you want to be able to come in early and check into the hotel and take advantage of all the amenities and the friendliness also of people like Greg and other talent and magicians who will be coming into Texas this year. And we're very close to DFW Airport from that standpoint. Oh, well, I think I hear it's about that time. We are 13 minutes are up. Is that the chime I'm hearing there, Dal? Yes.
That's it.
Well, the 13 minutes have passed. So thank you, Greg, very much for being our guest today.
You guys, thank you for having me here. Can't wait to see you all in Texas. And everyone, come on, sign up. We're gonna have a great time. This is gonna be an off the chart convention. We're gonna blow it right out of the charts. It's gonna be amazing.
It'll be amazing. Absolutely. That's the word. And so are you, Greg, for coming and joining us here today. And I'm looking forward to seeing you there. And thank you very much again, Mike, for booking this outstanding talent. And thank you, Mark Weidhaas and Dal Sanders, for co-producing this Magic Texas convention event. So for Magic Texas, this is Scott Wells. Bye-bye, y'all.